Hi everybody, I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV here in Round Rock, Texas. Today we're going to show you the Northern Lite truck camper. This is the 10.2 EXCD SE. It is their largest truck camper and of course has the signature molded fiberglass. It's lightweight, just a great four-season camper, and of course we're going to start inside. Let me remind you, subscribe to our YouTube channel and we'll notify you every time we do a new walkthrough. And let's get started. So coming into this Northern Lite 10.2, the first question everybody has is, do I need a slide out? Well, this feels so open, and we're going to start at the back to show you the storage and the bathroom features as you walk in. On the right, you'll notice there's a very large storage cabinet. You can use it as hanging space, but of course you could always put shelves in there, whichever you need. Let's look below there. The power awning on the rear is operated right here with this in and out switch, and to the left of that is the on-off switch for the light on it. There is a lighted awning, a light strip at the end of the awning. It's great for lighting up your porch, outside your door, taking your shoes off as you come in. Your generator start switch is right next to that, as well as your solar panel controls. Now, this camper comes standard with a 100-watt solar panel, and you can add a second 100-watt as an option if you want. So, looking down below, the fire extinguisher and the battery cutoff. Because so many people use this camper in very cold winters, if they're boondocking, if they're off the grid, not at a standard campsite. There's two different battery disconnects, and we'll show you those. So this battery disconnect actually disconnects the battery from everything in the camper. It's very simple to use. Right now it's on. You can turn it a quarter turn it off, and pull it out. If we were running strictly on battery, everything would go dark in here. But we're actually plugged in, so it's not a problem. Push it in and turn it to the side to turn on your battery. Very simple to use. It's low to the ground, so usually not a problem. Over here on next to that is going to be the forced air furnace. You know, with the insulation in this camper, it's easy to stay toasty warm. Above that furnace, you'll see all the storage, two very deep drawers. I would say these drawers are probably 10 inches deep. I love looking at the drawers because you can see the plywood, the finish on this, the hardwood front to it. Just a beautiful, well-made cabinetry. There is no press board and no photo paper on these. Some of the more cost-effective campers they're going to actually have a paper on the outside that looks like wood. Again, solid wood here, just gorgeous cabinetry. Another cabinet up here, a little hard to see because this only opens a quarter turn, but plenty of storage in the wardrobe at the end. Now on the other side, this is the sliding door on the bathroom. Again, just a good solid wood framed door. It does have a mirror on the front of it, but take a look at this bathroom. It actually is a molded bathroom. Much like the outside, it's two-piece. There are no seams on the top, no seams on the corner, and all along the bottom there are no seams on the bottom of this bathroom. This is the wet bath, so it's a combination toilet and shower. The only seam is where they put the two pieces together in the center. So the maintenance on this is very easy. There is the small sink in there, the handheld shower, and the medicine cabinet, so you can store your bathroom items in there. It's got a little catch on it, and it's a nice mirror, very easy to use, and a power fan in the roof. So you can vent the steam out of there as well. They put a towel hanger on the back wall, so very easy to hang up that wet towel, let it dry. Just a nice, spacious bathroom in this camper. So this door just slides shut so easily and has a nice little catch for traveling. Next to that is your pull-out pantry. I love this pantry. It has a pin at the bottom to hold it in place. Get that pin out. A little noisy there, sorry. And then this pulls out so that you can access all of your pantry in here. Nice stainless steel finish, easy to keep clean. Slides back into place. Mirrored front refrigerator makes it feel more open. Take a look at that. Great space in there. This is a 6 cubic foot refrigerator. It's a Dometic. Freezer space. And you know I love the drawers. So underneath, there is a nice drawer for storage. It's only about 3 inches deep, but lots of things can fit in here and you'd be able to see them all. Underneath, the carbon monoxide LP detector combination. You know, it always has to be near the floor for the LP that's going to be heavier than air, and it's always going to go down to the floor. Moving into the kitchen area, more storage across the top. Aren't these cabinets just beautiful? It just has such a nice feel in here. There's a gas prop that holds it open. They're very deep, and you can see there's 3 of them. One of them has the microwave in it. Get this open for you. Now this microwave is standard. A lot of great standard features in this camper that in most campers are optional. I'll try to point them out as we go along so you'll know what comes with the basic package. All right, now that we've seen that, underneath the thermal pane window, this is a dual paned acrylic window that opens up. You undo the latches here. And for those of you that have heard me talk about these acrylic windows, of course you've got great insulation on this camper because it's a 2-piece molded fiberglass shell. It does have a layer of insulation on it and a double layer underneath the bed, so it's great in the winter. But windows are where you lose so much of your heat and cold. So these are great insulating windows, and they have a nice opening feature there. You can hear the click. It's going to go out even further than that. And of course you get a screen and a blackout shade. Gives you a very open space in the kitchen. Glass top cover on your stove. I love the way this looks. I like the way that it allows you to use this as a countertop if you're not using this stove at the time. You know, there's never enough countertop in RVs, so this offers a really nice, easy to clean stovetop and additional counter space when you need it. So you can fold this up. That folds down flat, sits up like that, out of your way. 3 burner, stainless steel top, easy to clean. Of course, you've got the sparker right here, and these just very simple to light. Oven. And again, this is all standard in this camper. And underneath, another drawer. This is a very deep drawer, and of course right now it has all the gear that comes with the camper in it, including the glass turntable that goes in the microwave. But a great place to store a lot of your pots and pans, cooking things. Let's look under the sink. They did put a shelf in here, but yet again another super space for storage. Above that's the stainless steel sink. I love this large sink. It's really such a nice feature. You could fit lots of pans, dishes in here. A residential style faucet, single handle. A lot of light right here with this double light. More counter space, another drawer. Let's take a peek. They do put a nice fitting silverware tray in there, but you do have space underneath. Fits perfectly in that drawer. Another storage cabinet. Just an amazing amount of storage in this camper. Little spice rack here, of course a towel rack above it. Let's take a look at what's on this wall to the left of the kitchen. So to the left here, we've got the stereo, the DVD, CD player, Bluetooth, just a nice setup out of the way. Charging port is right underneath. It's going to have two USB ports and the 12-volt plug, and your 110 plug right next to that. Easy to set up a coffee pot here, anything that you need to work with in the kitchen. So over here across from the kitchen is the dinette area. Again, you get a large acrylic window there, so it feels so open in here. I love the light colors in this design. This makes a 39 by 75 bed. Now there is an option to have a U-shaped dinette on this side. The table is smaller, but this seems to be the more popular one here at Princess Craft. The bed is the same size either way. So 39 by 75 will sleep most adults comfortably. Underneath, if you look at the way this bed is made, the table is made. You just unhook the top, give it a push, and it goes down to make the bed. It's a very easy gliding system. You bring it right back up when you're done and you want the table, bring the pin over, and it locks back into place. Super simple to do. Alrighty, let's take a look at the storage above it. You know, with truck campers, everybody wants to know about the storage. You have two panels and they are not separated. This is one long panel. So if you wanted to put a rifle or fishing poles or something up there, it would be easy to slide it in and have it take up that entire space. You know, the two-piece molded fiberglass in this camper, it is reinforced in the corners, and that's what you're seeing up here. That's part of the way this top is made, that and, you know, some ducting, some wiring, but I love the solid feel of this, and it is all covered. The wall, look at that beautiful paneling. You'll see that in certain places throughout this camper. Just gives it a beautiful, solid, high-end feel. Alrighty. Let's talk about the lights. These are LED lighting inside and out on the Northern Lights. They have an off switch, but then they also have the option to only turn on one side of the lights. It's a nice feature. Sometimes you don't need it to be that bright in here. We have it lit up, very bright of course for the video, but if you're camping you may not want all the lights on, so you have the option to just have half of it. Reading lights in the corners with on-off switches right on the corners there. Again, a great feature. Let's switch around and take a look at the controls that are on the other side of the dinette. Now the controls in here, this is on the end of the bathroom here. You've got a clock up here. It does have an alarm. It's got a few features set on it that Northern Lite puts in there for you, which is super handy. The fantastic vent actually has a remote, so you can set it with the remote and not have to reach up and do it way over your head. On this side, you see the monitor panel. It'll give you your battery levels, the fresh water, and the black and gray holding tanks. The water pump switch is right there. And over here, this is going to control the furnace. Now the AC controls are actually on the air conditioner, not on the wall controls on this one. Let's look down here under the seating. One more set of drawers. So moving towards the front of the camper, underneath the foot area of this dinette, there is a little storage space in here, and I think that is so useful for all kinds of things you might tuck away. First thing that comes to mind is going to be if you're traveling with a pet, you might want to keep some pet food, maybe some dog bowls, whatever you need there, maybe some outdoor gear, whatever works for you. And now moving forward on this side of the dinette, this is the converter. Now what the converter does is it takes that 110 coming in, if you're at a campsite and you're plugged in, or at your house and plugged in, it's going to take that current coming in and change it to battery current. So your 12 volts going to be running off the plug-in and not specifically off your battery. It also has the breakers and fuses in here. So very accessible, very easy to get to, and out of the way. Okay, let's go see what the cab over looks like. This Northern Lite 10.2 SE has a queen size mattress in it, a nice deluxe pillow top. It's a 60 by 80, just like you'd have at your home. And really, again, I just can't say enough about the storage space. A big cabinet right up here. It's pretty deep, actually goes down a lot below it. And then two large spaces on each side of the bed. There is a speaker here on both sides for the stereo, and opening windows on both sides so you can get a great cross-through breeze. Again, these are the double-pane acrylic windows. I had mentioned before about the insulation. They actually do a foam insulation inside the fiberglass shell, but they actually double that underneath the cab-over area to avoid any moisture or any actual cold coming in through this cab-over. So just really wonderful camping in the winter. Made in Canada, would you expect anything less? All right, let's take a look at the other side, and it's going to have the TV, another storage cabinet underneath that, and then those same two lower cabinets underneath the window. Plenty of storage space up here for clothing or gear. Reading lights in the front. Now, of course, you have a light switch on both sides here with one light or two light, just like the rest. The reading lights in the corner, so it really can light up both sides. Up above, a dual paned skylight that opens. Undo the vent, it slides back for opening so you can get lots of air ventilation. Of course, you have a screen that can come across on this side or a blackout shade on this side. All right, it's a very comfortable space up here. Makes this camper feel so open. Now that I think we've seen most of the details on the inside, let's take a look at the outside. So this great interior actually comes with a standard carpet package, a piece that you can roll to the very end, and when you need to clean it, you can take it out and clean that piece of carpet, or you can have it with just the nice vinyl floor. Beautiful. So another thing that comes standard with this 10.2 is going to be this patio deck on the back. Now it's very easy to unpin it, fold it out, and take the additional step and mount it right here. And then if you need to get into your storage, you just take this deck off, lift up the panel, pull out the storage tray, and everything is accessible underneath. Look how long that storage tray is. Lots of storage on this Northern Lite. It's truly just such a well thought out design. So moving around a little bit, the fat tube ladder on the back, and of course, the awning comes out the rear. This is a power awning, so you push the button, the awning comes all the way out. It's about 8 foot, and then there is a light on it, actually at the end of the awning to light up the area behind it. Happy jacks. I love the way these jacks are not only mounted right here on the top, but they have a panel that mounts underneath this fiberglass. Now, speaking of fiberglass, this is the two-piece fiberglass shell. If you look at the way this is made with this entire piece, just like a boat hull. All one piece, no seams on the roof, and the same underneath. You can see the corners, the base of it, all one piece. Such a great way to build a camper, not only for keeping you warm, keeping the moisture out, but it really just cuts down on so many possibilities of leaks. Such a great style. They use a gel coat on the exterior, so you get that nice glossy look, so easy to maintain. The only thing you can see here is going to be the access panel underneath for any plumbing or wiring. Let's back up just a little bit. This is the dump valves. If you look underneath, you'll see the low point drains and the connection for the sewer hose underneath. And all of that is controlled from inside this panel. You've also got the control both for your jacks and the water pump. So this is a great place to be able to see a lot of things that may need a little bit of maintenance or just checking to be sure they're in good condition. There's a light in here, so easy to see everything, even if it's dark. Outside shower with hot and cold. So your city water fill is right in front of the shower, so if you're hooked up to a hydrant and you're not using your fresh water tank, this is where you would hook up the hose. The electrical cord fits right into this compartment, so it's so simple to use, always right there, always available. So here's the 6-gallon hot water heater. It is gas and electric. Remember, you had both switches right underneath the sink. For filling your fresh water tank, you pull the cap off and just fill it until it comes back. It's very simple to do. If you're off the grid or wanting to just be able to camp anywhere, you would want to use the fresh water tank. 36 gallons in the fresh water tank. Now the gray tank is the one that always fills up first. It's 40 gallons. The black tank is 18, so you've got plenty of tank capacity in this Northern Lite 10-2. Underneath is a cable connection. If you happen to be in a park that has cable TV, very simple to just hook up right here. Now this is the dually swing out bracket. So if you're going to be hauling this camper on a dually, this is what you would need. Now it is an option, easy to add by any dealer if you need a dually truck space to get the wheels underneath it. Now let's talk about weight really quick. This camper weighs about 3,300 pounds dry. That's without any options that you add, without water and propane, and without your gear that you're taking with you. But even with that, you're probably going to be around 4,000 pounds. So for a camper that is almost 11-foot floor and tons of storage, tons of space, it is extremely light. Because of the two-piece molded fiberglass, it is about 25% lighter than most other campers this size. Let's move around to the front of this. On the corner here, you have a 7-pin plug, and there is a plug that you actually plug in here with a cord that attaches to your truck at the back. So that is how you attach the camper to your truck. There is a window here in front, and you'll see that on other campers as well. But with the Northern Lite, you actually have a window in the back door. So with most trucks, you're able to see behind you through this pass-through window and out the back door. Very nice feature. Coming around on this side of the camper, there are battery trays. Now you'll see we have a battery in one and not in the other, but you have 2 batteries that will go on the front. Up above, you have a manual awning. It can crank out, and the arms actually go in these little catches right here. This is access to the rear of your refrigerator. Again, everything is controlled inside, so the only reason you would need in here is for maintenance. Porch light on the side with its own light. This is the venting for the furnace and the built-in generator. Now the generator is an option. Let's look in this generator compartment. It's a little unique. It is powered by the propane. So you do have a propane coming into it in the back, and coming off that same line is a cord with a quick connect for a propane gas grill on the outside. You've also got a disconnect switch. Now remember we talked about the battery disconnect switch on the inside of this camper, and it's going to disconnect the battery to all the operations inside the camper. But this generator is directly to the battery, so it can't disconnect from the whole camper, so you could disconnect it from here if you wanted to do that. Very simple to use. Of course, that just closes up. Above, the dual 5-gallon propanes. So you've got 10 gallons of propane here, 40 pounds. Give you a lot of propane if you wanted to go off-road. Simple to use, simple to refill. Okay, so now that we've showed you the outside of this camper, it's got such a unique build with the two-piece molded fiberglass, the insulation. It is truly a four-season camper. And I know we tried to show you all the details, but if we missed something, please let us know. We'll be glad to answer any questions. I'm PJ with Princess Craft RV. We're in Round Rock, Texas. If you'd like to see more walkthrough videos, just subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you next time.